My name is Lisa, and I'm a consultant with Argo Visa. Now that we have the election results for the 2024 presidential race, we know that there are a lot of assumptions and predictions out there about what's going to happen next to wade through. And understandably, you probably have a lot of questions about how the new incoming administration might impact you and any future plans that you may have to travel to the United States. Based on his previous administration and the platform that he ran on, we know that President-elect Donald Trump is not going to enact policies that are favorable to either foreign nationals that are already in the United States or those who might be looking to come. But what does that mean for you and for getting a visa in the future? While no one can predict what legislation or executive orders Donald Trump may eventually enact, he has made his intentions to make deportations more commonplace and easier throughout his campaign. We also think that he will likely tighten the visa process and perhaps limit the use of various types of visas to reduce immigration numbers overall. Ultimately, though, while his policies could cast a pall over consular work or visa processing, the requirements for a visa and how the U.S. State Department assesses those requirements in a visa interview will likely largely remain the same. You will still need to apply for a visa by going to a U.S. embassy or consulate, and a consular officer or visa officer will interview you. That visa officer will have the same or similar training that the State Department has been conducting for many years and likely applying the same regulations and laws. More to the point, visa officers will still be looking for that unspoken quality that gets visa applicants approved, and you should be focusing on demonstrating your qualifications in a proactive and confident manner. This isn't to say that there will be no changes. We all remember the so-called Muslim ban, and President-elect Donald Trump may again similarly utilize executive orders to restrict certain visa categories or impose temporary entry bans. Future policies might also change eligibility requirements for visas like the H-1B or family-based visas. And lastly, while the visa interview protocols may technically remain the same, it has to be said that some visa officers might interpret eligibility requirements a little more strictly in this new environment. Ultimately, though, while the political landscape will certainly shift, the fundamentals of getting your visa approved remain the same. You should be focused on preparing thoroughly for your visa interview. In the case of a non-immigrant visa, that means demonstrating your strong ties to your home country, clear intent, and a solid understanding of the requirements of the category of visa that you're applying for. Instead of worrying about policy changes that are outside of your control, consider taking proactive steps to be as prepared as possible. Be sure you are working with a trusted representative. Here at Argo Visa, we maintain key relationships in Washington, D.C. to ensure that our team is well informed as we move through any future changes.